What's going on? This is Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray. Signs something ain't right. Or maybe these signs are also indicating at the same time that something is right. Let's get into it. Along our journey of growth, it's been said, be careful what you ask for. Especially when it comes to, let's just say, opening your third eye. It's been said before, be careful when you ask for that. Be careful when you work for that. Make sure you're ready to see what's really there. Now, I noticed that a lot of us have problems, challenges. Number one, because when you open your third eye or your awareness, let's just say it like that. When you start expanding your awareness, becoming more sensitive, honoring these nudges, these feelings, these transmissions, these instantaneous, just, how do I know that? I don't know. It can get kind of tricky. It can get very tricky at times, you know. And as I said, when you do that, number one, don't be surprised if you start to see things about yourself that maybe you could not see before. We're all subject to that because we all have these filters that we look at everything through. And that can make it very, very difficult to see your own shit. Also gets extremely tricky in our relationships. Could be with a family member. Could be with a friend. Someone you thought was a friend. Could be with a working relationship. Could be with a romantic relationship or someone you're romantically interested in or have or had feelings for. Some of the signs that something ain't right. Many, many times, whether it's about a situation or a person, your body will let you know something isn't right. Perhaps maybe I'm gonna give you an example, right? How many of you used to eat something in particular? For some of y'all, it's maybe meat or some type of something like that, right? And then one day, for whatever reason, you may be somewhere where you're thinking you're going to try and eat this particular thing, something that you used to love to eat. Oh, you used to enjoy it so much. All of a sudden, I can't fuck with that. Period. Sometimes your loss of an appetite or a desire for something is letting you know something. It's indicating something to you. It could be indicating several things. It could be indicating that something isn't right with the situation, but can also be indicating something is right with you, because that would show, that's proof that you have grown. Maybe you've changed. Maybe you've shifted. It's just like when you've either lost or gained weight, and you've done it at a kind of slower pace, you don't really see the change. But somebody who hasn't seen you in a few weeks is like, yo. Such is the same way when it comes to these things, because your body is like one big antenna. And it will let you know if something isn't right. If somebody isn't right. Maybe they were right at one time, but they showing the fuck ain't right now. We've all lied and all been lied to. I'll be the first to say, I used to be a huge bullshitter. When I was in just that whole other state of being where it's like me or them, you're like, it's kind of like a survival mode thing. And it's just like, you'll say whatever you got to say to get your way, to manipulate the situation. Some people are still in that. And it's not so much that they're trying to be maleficent, or I think that's the word. But point is, their energy or frequency signature is no longer going to match with yours. What it's going to end up doing if you try and force it, whether it's with a person or even like a situation, like a job can be considered a situation, even though the job is made of people. So once again, it comes down to some form of a relationship, people. Your body may end up starting to do something. Whenever you speak with this person, even think of this person, you may find some type of weird reaction. Some people have said that they may feel like some type of a nausea thing, or they may feel like maybe a feeling of angst. Something though that is more along the lines of like repulse, like nah. Now, where most people fuck up, as I spoke about in my last video, is they may go against that. Oftentimes, most people do. They don't pay attention to it, or they shush it away. No, that's my friend. They wouldn't do that. No, that's my family. They wouldn't do that. No, I love this person. Like, they obviously have to love me as much as I love them. Hey, get this through your head, yo. Not everybody's you. Don't for 1 minute expect everybody to do you like you would do them. I'm not saying to change who you are, but you got to be sensitive to the goings on in your body, because your body will let you know. Your body is a part of your subconscious mind. That is your subconscious mind trying to say, yo, no. You can even say it's your subconscious mind is, the way I see it, is intermeshed with your spirit. Your spirit also communicates through your subconscious mind. So much shit gets left on the cutting room floor. We all think that everything we receive is going to be conscious. It ain't. Very small percentage of it is conscious. That's why you got to make that space so what is unconscious can become conscious. That's like your job. Human nature. There's a lot of fucking kids running around with adult bodies. I'm not trying to generalize or paint a negative picture, but as you increase your awareness, as you open up your third eye, you're going to see what some people would call some ugly truths. Yes, about yourself, and also about others. Others who you may have deemed very close to you, that you may have had a lot of love for. Be that a lover, past romantic relationship, family relationship, friendship, partnership, working partnership, coworker. Nah, they wouldn't do that to me. Like I've always had, they wouldn't. What's all that saying to you? What is this saying to you? Have you been too busy? Do you just ignore it? A lot of times people don't want to acknowledge it because then it's like really on them as far as like the responsibility. Like it's up to you now to either remove yourself from this situation or this person, do what you gotta do. And yes, everything comes at a cost. Some, might be unpleasant for you. But are you willing to do that? Do you honor yourself enough to do that? It all starts with you. Always. In all ways. It always will. In the end, you're going to be stronger, happier, wiser, more powerful. Going back to those situations or people is like eating junk food. It gives you a temporary flinty, or what is it? What's the word? like a vapor of steam. It's here and then it's just gone. Just gives you one of those of temporary, very temporary satisfaction. Pay attention to what your body doesn't do anymore, because that's another sign. And what it does do when you're dealing or thinking about the situation, this person, it's telling you the real. Sometimes you got to look at it like, look, fuck what you want to believe. Are you really trying to see the truth? Or are you trying to make your fantasy of what you want to be true? Which is it? Sean Ray.